Hello, it's Elisa, and I wanted to make a video response. At first, I thought, I was wearing my sort of house stuff, like a vest top with a cardigan. That, I was gonna make the video with that kind of clothing, but then I thought, why would I do that? Then I watched the video back and I'm thinking, why am I looking like that? So I thought, I'm just gonna wear something different, and it's like, woo, super sexy. But once in a while, why not? Well, I'm lying. It's not once in a while. It's quite often, but not like this. Anyway, so to go to the point, I do really understand and agree. Sorry, I'm slightly. That's better. I do really, I have to say, I really agree with what you just said about being strong and make it work. In the sense that, I can talk about myself because that's what I can do. When it comes to my own transition, this is really long. Anyway, my own transition and stuff, I haven't personally, for instance, got into sex work. However, that is simply because I transition on. I could transition at work. I work in like a cosmetic industry, so it's quite like it's mostly women and gay guys that are like really girly, wear makeup and stuff. So it's actually quite an outrageous brand. And in the past, guys have come to work in drag, things like that. And it's it was possible for me to do that. But my point is, had it not been possible, if let's say that was not an option, let's say I didn't have a job, or let's say I was really young and had no possibility to find a job during transition. Whatever other circumstances had I been into, I definitely wouldn't have gone into sex work. I mean, if that was the option, I would have gone happily for that option, to be honest with you. I don't see like, as an obstacle at all, and I never doubted it for a second. Exactly that. I mean, the fact that, sometimes I heard people saying certain things that, I don't want to talk about other people, but like, somebody that said that they stopped hormones for financial, economical reason. Basically, they didn't have the money to transition, and they couldn't do it. They didn't have a job and all that sort of stuff. And of course, I keep myself to myself, and it's not up to me to judge people or judge their circumstance. But like, had it been me, nothing would have stopped me from, once I started taking hormones, stopping to take hormones. No way. The only thing, honestly, hand on my heart, that would have stopped me or would stop me is, if my doctor says, there's some problem, some health reason that, I don't know, it's really bad and you have to stop, and I would still, I don't know, I'd still stop for a while and then see what happens. But yeah, I think this thing of circumstances is not that makes me, once I've heard that, that stopping transition because of circumstances, or not doing it because of it almost makes you question, is it really then is it really something that you need to do? Because when it came to me, transitioning is a choice, of course, but for me it was the choice to have a life, and once I had come to that awareness, then yeah, I don't yeah, I don't think that any of these, you know, I call them small things, but any of these things like, you know, money or I don't know, practicalities, or my family wouldn't accept me, or, you know, my job, or my hand on my heart, I don't, you know, I don't think I would have not transitioned because of that. As I said, you know, sex work is an option, and it's more than, you know, it's more than a, it makes a lot of sense. It can get you what you need, and that's all that matters. If you can transition at work, great. Then you can transition at work, and that's great. Some people need to leave their job, but then they can find another job. Great. If you can still, if you know, you can maybe find jobs that are more, you know, tolerant, and maybe pay you less money. I don't know, compromising like that. I don't know. That there are ways, you know, there are ways, and I suppose, yeah, and that's for everything else, to be honest with you. You know, as I said, I was able to save money for my breast augmentation, for instance, and then I was actually saving money because I wanted to have some FFS, because I have a bit of a brow boss in here, and I have seriously considered it. And then, to be honest, I thought, do you know what? I don't think I need it, and now I am sort of using that money to fund further my education. So I'm doing like a master's degree, and actually I'm studying gender and sexuality. I just started, okay, 2 weeks ago. So, you know, I'm not a fucking doctor or anything like that. But it's so wonderful to be, you know, connecting with people that have an interest in the subject, you know, and there's mostly women and gay men, and it's really, you know, it's so inspiring, you know, to look into all this. What is gender, you know, what is masculinity, what is femininity, and sexuality, and you know, what is the word homosexual, heterosexual, what, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, so there's ways, and I suppose, yeah, it comes down to being strong and making it work. And I suppose that is that thing of, you know, do you know, the question is almost, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to give yourself the chance to be happy? And that's all I can do, is just try and give myself a chance. And I think a lot of people struggle with that, with the idea of actually, you know, just rather keep themselves in a place where they are not happy, but they're too scared of, you know, of, I don't know, of doing anything that would take them out of that situation. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if I said everything that I wanted to say. I don't know if I said it in the way I wanted to say. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I did, you know, I did think of those things that you mentioned before, and yeah, so I just took the chance to say, yeah, I do agree. It's actually something that I thought as well when listening to certain people and talking about certain things, and especially when it comes to people that want to transition, and yeah. Okay, well, that's it. Bye bye.